just assembling the beadlock, and so I can mount the tires. In some developed countries, they use things like impact drivers and power drills to do this type of work. But here we use hand tools because apparently it teaches life lessons, and it makes it much longer. It prolongs the magic, I guess you could say. So we're prolonging the magic by removing these beadlock grade 8 bolts. Joe doesn't believe. Joe, do you not believe in power tools?
What's that? I just can't find all it. I did bring a power tool over.
All right, Zach, what you doing?
Removing the government mandated plastic. Because who wants plastic on a race car, right? Your design for the Polaris. You have to take this part off to take this part off to take this part off. The John Deere, they engineer everything backwards so that people like us can't take stuff apart. But we're smarter than that. We're dumber than that. But you pretty much have to take that front fascia loose to get parts in the back of the machine off.
Time to check out if Joe's old seats will work in the race RZR. So we have to see if they're going to hold up or not.
Did you break it?
Looks like no.
Because we've got the roll cage and the sides all off. What we need is this structure support will come out. This structure support will come out. Then the floors will come out. Ultimately, this is going to be right up against this.
It's actually, the cross member that's underneath there is exactly 12 inches apart. When
Right.
you cut out the 12 inches in the frame, you lose the one cross member.
Cosmetically, where you're going to lose
Yep.
the midsection.
Yep.
So you have these two coolant lines, which are probably for your turbo,
For the radiator, one.
and these two are for your engine.
Yep. Yep. Take 12 inches out of the cooling line. The brake lines get
Coil that up, cut this drive shaft.
and then we have a cut that's about right here, and we get a new bung, a cut right here and a new bung. Drive shaft comes out before all of that.
Yep, the rear drive shaft stays the same. The
Yep.
front is where we cut it out at.
And then this is a spot right here. We actually have to make a little cut and a cut, and then when we cut this is actually going to overlap and weld in. We're not going to cut anything here.
That's perfect.
So,
And then in theory, that rack that we took out will fit back in here,
we'll drop right back.
and the front seats will be in the same spot they were,
Absolutely.
and this will just be up against it.
Yeah, we may want to do some reinforcing. We may have to change that bracket a little bit so we don't end up with what just happened to that seat. Jeff broke it. Zach's a bad influence. Because this is all coming this way.
Yeah, you're cutting your 12 inches out of here
Yep.
for this bar.
Yep. I will be spending some time measuring this out tomorrow.
Man, remember when you said, let's cut 12 inches out of this? Seems like such a good idea.
Look at this. Can you believe this?
Oh, I know.
It's 12 inches. And they're there.
God, it's crazy how simple it is. How simple the chassis is.
Yeah,
I'm just 6 bars.
I'm not scared.
I'm just motivating him. That's all. Shoot, we'll probably show up next weekend and he'll already have it welded back together.
At least tacked.
And I'm all about it because even if we can just get it cut and mocked up, then we can just weld the living piss out of this thing with brackets and braces and gussets.
Weld the living piss? That's not how you weld. What are we talking about? Well, when I hear weld the piss out of it, that kind of scares me.
Don't want to cut. We don't want to cut anything that's angled, but we don't want to touch this.
This is going to get sliced, and this is going to come right to here. I'm going to be in here with a 4-inch angle grinder.
A porta band would get you a little straighter.
Well, I mean, if you take your time.
Take your time and you mark it.
With the cutting wheel.
4 bungs, a bung here and a bung here.
Okay.
And then these may not get bungs. The only reason we're looking at a bung here is because of this complicated little guy here. It would be easiest just to put a bung in and bring that back together.
Yep.
Upper, you know, we can start coming in here and doing some Xing all through here. You get a lot of structural rigidity in this direction here. So next night, guys, we got to pull the drive shaft. We got to cut the coolant lines, take 12 inches out of
We
them.
need to get the roll cage in here first and get it mounted up so that we can get everything back square where it needs to be. Because it's definitely flexed down.
Over there.
There's basically 10 bolts holding this half to this half. 10 made in the USA bolts.